Hi guys, and welcome to the Family Fudge. I'm Jennifer, and today I'm talking about kids and chores. Now I have to be honest with you guys, personally, chores are not my favorite. There are a lot of other things I would rather be doing, but I also don't want to live in a messy house, so chores are definitely a necessary part of life. So that's why I think it's really important to get our kids involved in doing chores. As members of the family, they should be contributing to the cleanliness of the home, because certainly they add to the dirtiness of it, don't they? So stay tuned and I will share my top 5 tips on how to get your kids to help clean. Now today's video is actually a collab with the awesome Becky over at A Place to Nest. She does videos on home organization, life hacks, Disney videos, all kinds of things. And she will also be sharing her ideas on how to get kids to help clean. So definitely check out her video when you're done here. Now if you've come over from her channel and it's your first time here, welcome. So happy to have you. On this channel, I like to share all things mommy and family related. I do grocery hauls, DIYs, money saving tips, recipes, lots and lots of recipes, and a lot more. So if you like this video, please hit that subscribe button and come back for more. And without further ado, here are my top 5 tips on getting your kids to help clean. Number 1, if you want your kids to help you clean, you have to set the example by cleaning with them. You have to spend time teaching and training them, motivating them, and actually getting in there and doing the work with them. If I walk into a room and I say, okay, clean up, and then I walk away and do something else, it's very likely that they're not gonna start cleaning. But instead, if I say, okay guys, we are going to clean up together, and I actually get down on the floor and I help them clean up and I encourage them along the way, they are definitely more likely to get it done. When it comes to cleaning, it's the monkey see, monkey do philosophy. If they see you cleaning, it will definitely motivate them to help. Tip number 2 is to give kids specific tasks. If I tell my kids, okay, go clean your room, you know what? Their room might be so messy that they won't know where to start. But instead, if I say, okay, go in your room and first make your bed. And then after that's done, I might say, okay, now clean up the books. And so on and so forth. If I tell them specifically what I want them to do, they're definitely more likely to get it done. This is also a great opportunity to give your kids some choices when it comes to cleaning up. Instead of just saying do this or do that, you can give choices. Would you like to make your bed first, or would you like to put your books away first? Giving the kids some options definitely helps with those power struggles. Eventually, I want my kids to learn how to clean without me having to tell them what to do at all. And that's exactly why I created the Clean Room Checklist. I've made a clean room checklist for my girls' room and my boys' room, and it hangs on the wall for them to see at all times. And not only does it have words, but it also has pictures for my kids who are not yet reading. That way they can easily look at the list and remember what chores they need to do to get their room clean. Hi Lily.
Hi.
Do you know how to read?
No.
But can you tell me what this says?
Yeah.
What does it say?
Make bed, put dirty clothes in the hamper, throw away trash, put books away, do baby toys, put on clean shirts,
Yeah.
and vacuum the floor.
Good. Is this how you clean your room?
Yeah.
Good job. Tip number 3 is to make cleaning part of your daily routine. Now I have to say, I was pretty scared of the words routine and schedule before. I really didn't want to be super strict on those types of things. You know, like at 7 a.m. we wake up, at 7:15 we have breakfast, at 7:30 we brush our teeth. That kind of really strict schedule does not fit my personality. But I do believe in routines. Routines are really good for kids. Studies show that having routines not only help kids feel more secure, but it gives them a sense of belonging as well. You can see here on our Family Command Center, we've included our morning routine, our bedtime routine, and our chores. Although we call our chores family contributions instead. But we'll talk about that more later. Each child has a cute little flap system with his or her chores for the day. When they're done with a chore, they just close up the flap and move on to the next one. I've made sure to include only age-appropriate chores for each child. If you have any questions about what kind of chores are appropriate for what ages, definitely go to Pinterest and check that out. There are so many great resources there. Tip number 4 is to offer incentives. Now, for some families, that might mean actually paying money in the form of allowance, while others might have other ways of bribing their kids to do chores. And I think you just have to do what's right for your family in that situation. When kids know what sort of reward or incentive they're working towards, it can definitely be a big motivator. But in our house, I try my best not to bribe with candy, money, or toys. But it can be really tempting to do that. Now, instead of bribing, this is the perfect opportunity to use a when-then statement. For example, I'll tell my kids, when you're done putting your books away, then we can play a game. Or, when the whole house is cleaned up, then we can all go to the park. I know these things are really big motivators for my kids. But you have to be careful with this one. You don't want your when-then statements to turn into if-then, because I'm not asking my kids if they want to get the job done. I'm telling them when they do, then something fun can happen. Of course, this leaves room for some natural consequences, because if they choose not to get it done, then whatever that fun thing was going to be doesn't get to happen. Which is really sad sometimes, but you gotta be consistent. If they don't get it done, they don't get the reward. Okay, tip number 5 is to stop calling them chores altogether. I know for a lot of people, especially kids, when you say the word chore, what comes to mind is something that's not fun, that's something that is boring, and something you definitely don't want to do. So in my family, we try not to call them chores at all. Instead, we like to call them family contributions. And we try to explain to our kids the difference between a chore and a contribution. For me, the biggest difference is that a contribution is all about helping somebody else, becoming a team, and working together. I explain to the kids that when they're doing these jobs, they're contributing to the family that they belong to, and it's important. You can really demonstrate this concept to your kids after they do the job. Instead of just saying thank you or good job, you can actually tell them what that job means to you. You can say, thank you for unloading the dishwasher. That is such a great help to me. Now I have more time to play with you. Or you can say, thank you so much for taking out the garbage. It looks so much better when we don't have garbage everywhere. Thank you. When you really put an emphasis on why that job matters and how it helps, it definitely is a big motivator for some kids. It can give them a sense of importance and belonging, like what they're doing makes a difference. Okay guys, there are my top 5 tips for getting your kids to clean. But I want you to remember that this is not about perfection. Certainly I am not perfect at this at all. But this is more about teaching your kids life skills and getting them to work together as a team. Don't forget to bring your patience, try your best to be consistent, and most of all, try to keep it fun for your kids. Turn that music on and get to work together as a family. And don't forget to go on over to Becky's channel at A Place to Nest and check out her tips for getting your kids to clean. And if you do, can you please give her a thumbs up and let her know that I sent you. Thanks for watching guys, and I will see you next time.